Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Varush and this is my Pick a Card channel, youtube.com/pick a card. Be sure to subscribe here separately from my main channel. It's a separate channel. I'm excited to be here with you guys to take a look at your cards. Your options are 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we're trying to figure out what's on the horizon for you in terms of love. We're considering both singles and couples. If you have a couple different situations, or if you're wondering about platonic friendship or family relationships, you can kind of choose different piles representing the different relationships you have. Okay, so without further ado, much love to you, and go and choose an option in the timestamps down below. Thank you. I'll see you soon. Bye. Group number 1, thank you for choosing 1. And so let's take a look at your cards for the upcoming time period, okay? So we have the Knight of Wands first. See, I call him the Great Dipper. So this is someone who comes and goes. They may have a lot of fire in their chart, Sag, Leo, or Aries. The second card I have is the Four of Pentacles, Sun in Capricorn. There's a solar eclipse in Capricorn in December that you might be wanting to take a look at very shortly. And then you have the Temperance card, which is the card of Sagittarius. And so you might be dealing with a Sagittarius because this is a strong Sagittarian energy. But I feel like there's dealing with a situation after someone leaves, comes and goes. It seems as though somebody's dealing with a circumstance in which somebody's coming and going all the time, maybe not really too reliable, kind of off on their own a lot. Then we have the Nine of Cups, Jupiter and Pisces. I think this is going to be a very lucky time for you. I think that you're going to achieve a lot of success. If you are dealing with a Sagittarian, I just received this in the reverse as I picked up your clarifying deck, and what that came to mean to me is that if you're dealing with a Sagittarian energy, I would be kind of cautious with that. I feel as though maybe for some of you there's a lot of money that you have, or a lot of money or security that you have earned. You have earned something to show for yourself, and it feels as though maybe there's people around who are causing instability. Okay, so the Knight of Wands is clarified with the World card. This is a person who's definitely traveling, going somewhere, with the Knight of Swords, or the King of Swords, sorry, Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. Somebody's coming, going, very unstable, and the Four of Pentacles as well. Somebody is going for an opportunity with a Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra, secondary transits in fire, Sag, Leo, or Aries. Somebody's going for an opportunity. I feel as though somebody is trying to get their own finances in order, and I feel like there's a lot of travel associated with this card. Then we have the Four of Coins, and we have the Four of Swords. Okay, Four of Swords, there's been rest. You have earned your rest if this is you. Eight of Rods. While you're resting, you will receive message, or you will receive some kind of communication that's very important to you, that's going to give clarity to the circumstances that are happening around you. I feel as though somebody's taking a step back. I think it's the querent, or the person who's watching the video. The King of Pentacles, a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. Encouraging messages about your own finances. I feel as though you've pulled back on a situation because it was financially unstable for you. I feel like you felt that the other situation was not something that was going to assure your stability and your forward movement in a good direction. You have actually possibly even said to someone, I can't see you anymore, your lifestyle is not healthy for me, something like that. So I feel like somebody's taken the step back and they're kind of dealing with the feelings of a situation. They're very much focused on money right now, on their security, and they're waiting for like the silver lining and everything. They're looking for something or someone to tell them some encouraging words about the direction that they're supposed to go. The Temperance card has the Three of Cups. Definitely seeking reunion if you're in a interaction with the Sagittarius. The Knight of Swords, Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. reunion, offering things up. There feels to be like a power disequality where one person has earned a lot and they have a lot to show for themselves, and there's these energies over here. This one's leaving, but there's energies that are somewhat young, unstable. They haven't earned their keep yet, so they're sort of depending on someone else, or they're it's like they're grappling, trying to hold on to something that they see as stable in a very kind of parasitic way. So they're in some way seeing the opportunity of someone's stability, and they keep on reaching out towards it because they themselves are unstable. Page of Swords, Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. I feel as though this is your conflict area. The other ones, this is a peaceful situation in which someone's moving on. This is probably you very much relaxing in your peace of mind, probably a friend with you, or maybe if this is your husband or a partner, or your wife, if you're married to a woman, supportive energy. You've probably had to say no to people in the recent past, and so this person supported you through putting your foot down. But here it feels as though there's a lot of emphasis on wanting to collaborate, wanting to fuse and harmonize together, wanting to collaborate, harmonize together, wanting to in some way achieve something theoretically, trying to put yourself in the way of success. So, you know, those people who think that if they dress for success, then they're going to become successful. They're missing the part of the formula that states basically that you have to put in the effort and long years or hours to achieve a level of success, but they're not about that. They're still youthful, and they just think if they put on a nice shirt, then they'll wow everyone and, you know, get everything that they want. So they're at the beginning. These are like beginner's mistakes that they're making. So don't get trapped in other people's beginner mistakes. 9 of Cups, bright outcome. The Moon, there's a lie that's going to become exposed, a lie clarified, maybe something to do with a Pisces. 3 of Wands, good things coming in. There's going to be a lie that's going to be exposed, and good consequences will come to you from that. The next message is the Magician. So for now, you can't really do much, and I think I understand the 4 of Pentacles now a bit more. You can't do much from the circumstances that you're in, but soon enough, as things clarify, I would say within the next couple months, you will become more empowered to take control over your current circumstances. Now, if this is in love, then maybe you can't say something to someone because a bunch of people have stirred amok around your personal interactions with someone. But that's going to be clarified, so hold tight, hold on tight. You have someone on your side. Let's clarify each section with a Romance Oracle card. Keep an open mind for the first one. So this is a person who may have left on a journey. I have a feeling they'll come back. Maybe they'll come back as the King of Wands, you know, so they'll grow up a little bit, earn their resources in a new direction, and then come back your way with a little bit of a stronger character. So this is someone who's possibly coming back, probably coming back. And then we have the 4 of Pentacles with the 4 of Swords, 8 of Swords, and the King of Swords. Heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly, discuss your feelings with each other. Yeah, this is someone who you're speaking with, who is giving you a lot of attention. This is a friend or an ally, somebody who's going to give you help and support. Then we have the Sagittarian card, the 3 of Cups, the Knight of Swords, and the Page of Swords. And then we have the religious factors. Your love life is influenced as your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So in other words, I feel like you're so much higher than the way that these people are approaching circumstances. These are people who are still not really thinking about what they're doing, and that's why they're causing externalities. Externalities are like costs other people have to incur because of their behavior, their irrational, young, dizzy-making energy. And I think that they're drawn to your stability, and I think that hopefully they'll make it there one day yourself. But this is kind of a reminder not to get caught up with so many swords court cards. I would say something to do with like people like gossiping or talking about you, whatever else, causing, here and there, hey, let's reconnect, and then no follow up, whatever, just instability. You know where that is in your life, and don't get caught up in it. You have a spiritual path that you're on. You're more aligned than they are, and that's where the frustration is. You have the Nine of Cups, the Moon, the Three of Wands, and the Magician, and you deserve love. You are lovable. So I feel like somebody is really put off by a situation that you're involved in which the truth of a circumstance has not come to you. I think you feel it. I think you know that you have been, there's been duplicity around you and something's been not honest. But I feel like you deserve the love, and somebody's going to act with love on your behalf to empower you so that you can set yourself free from this situation. So if you're single, then someone you may like may be kept from you through a secret. Or if you're in a relationship, you're being bound up in that relationship in some kind of dishonest way, and someone's going to come in and say, not on my watch, and they're going to clarify it. So hopefully this gave you some insight. Again, if none of these options really clarified anything for you, try another number. In the meantime, thanks for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe. I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye. Hi, number 2. Thank you for joining me and welcome to my channel. This is your reading for love, for what's coming up in love, whether you're single or a couple. But as I lay out the cards, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And remember, this is a separate channel from my main channel. Let's begin. Your first message is, King of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Secondary transits in fire. To me, this really signifies that you're involved with someone who is very much ready for a relationship. So this is someone who has an open heart and is ready for love. So this may be any sign, but whoever you're thinking about, or if you're just wondering what's going on, the person who you are connecting with is very much ready for love. Here is the next message. We have the Palace of Wands, Sag, Leo, or Aries. This is a creative environment that you are in with this person. A lot of spirituality. This might be something to do with like animal protection, or fighting for human rights, because to me those things really align with the Palace of Wands. So fighting for what's right, fighting for what's real, all those things. And then you have your next card. We have the Six of Swords, moving on from a situation. This might be a relationship that is your gateway into something else, but definitely moving on from a situation. For some of you, I am picking up on the fact that you're leaving this King of Cups behind, in which case he may have had some bad habits. He may have had some dependencies that are causing you to want to move away, and this is a sign that you're finally able to move away in a peaceful way without so much heartbreak and mixed up feelings. The next message is the Wheel of Fortune. And so I feel like this is Jupiter, right? Jupiter is about to go direct. I feel as though some very good luck is coming your way. I feel like the King of Cups is sending good luck your way. I feel as though there's going to be a change in fortune in your circumstances very shortly. You may have met the right person. And for those of you who are watching for women, the King of Cups could be a woman as well. So this is a very loving energy, an energy that wants to protect you and nurture you. There is an element of moving on for those of you guys who are leaving a situation. But if you're leaving a situation, then this King of Cups very likely was an alcoholic or a drug addict or some kind of a dependency issue. They were, if you are leaving this person behind, then you would already know about it. And this person was very jealous of your creativity and very jealous of your ability to do a lot for yourself in a happy way. He was jealous of your happiness. He begrudged you. And so now that you're moving away, you find a lot of success and peace because you had, in a certain degree, allowed him to restrict your prana, your full force of energy, and so you were living at like 60%, 50%, and now you're living at 100% as well. So for those of you who are entering in a relationship, this is the good guy. If this didn't work out, then we know he's the bad guy, and those are the reasons. Okay, clarify King of Cups. He's the magician. So I do feel you're dealing with someone who's trying to make a lot of things happen for you, bring life into balance. The Four of Swords, trying to figure out what to do about circumstances. There's a lot of brooding behind closed doors. So there's definitely someone who is sitting around and like really trying to formulate a succinct and healthy answer to the circumstances he's dealing with. And then you have the Emperor. So somebody's trying to decide about where their heart is really at in a situation. If this is love or something else, who he wants to be. I feel like this is a person who's making a decision about marriage, or possibly trying to reflect upon their role in your life as someone you can depend upon. Some people take that very, very seriously, like, can I take on that commitment? Can I be there for that person, you know, in a legitimate way? I feel like those are the thoughts that are in his mind. Palace of Wands next. We have the Four of Wands. Beautiful card. If you guys want to know, I just picked from the center of the deck. Then we have the Death card. Change. That's also this card of Scorpio. So maybe this is, he could be a Scorpio. He could be any sign. He could be an Aries as well, or Mercury. That's Gemini or Virgo. But any sign. This is Venus in Aries. Queen of Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. I feel as though there's a happiness in a home. There's a really good understanding between people who really get each other, who really understand what the other person is about. And I think that he sees that. I think that he sees that somebody's very, very happy in their home, and somebody is very feeling fulfilled in the right place. And so I feel like that in some way, it's a good environment that somebody's in that is attracting this kind of energy. And there's a protection here. The Death card, I don't know if you know Scorpios, but they're super protective. So there could be like a very protective energy with you at this time. Or possibly, excuse me, you are protecting someone. But there's all these changes, and I feel as though there's, in this situation, there's a lot of like a very happy, creative environment where somebody's thriving because of the environment that they're in. And then we have the Six of Swords. That comes with the Sun. Here, I'll show. And then we have the Four of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. There's a lot of reference here to earth signs as well, so those are Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. Moving on in a situation, success, Knight of Pentacles, moving forward. There is a pragmatic and a dependable reason to move forward. There is a very concrete and practical is the word I was looking for, practical way forward now to move on from a situation if you were in a bad circumstance. But I feel as though there's a lot of consideration about which way to go, what is the best path forward, what is the best solution in a situation. Then you have the last Jupiter, and then we have the Hierophant. This is Taurus. And then we have the Moon, okay? And then we have the Queen of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. So I feel like there is, let's see, I feel as though somebody's opening up their heart, and I feel as though there's a really deep connection with possibly a Pisces or a Taurus. I do feel as though there's also, interesting, this is a couple different things going on. So this person is contemplating whether or not to be a factor in somebody's life. In this circumstance, there's a really thriving environment in which somebody is very healthy because the environment is very healthy. So everybody in that environment is growing and thriving. And then the Six of Swords is someone who's ready to move forward towards a financial goal, a financial outcome. And if you're moving on from the King of Wands, King of Cups, sorry, then the reason why you're moving on is that there's a really tangible, practical outcome that you are about to achieve. So like a job, career, prospect, maybe you're going to get married with someone else and you feel that coming in closer with your intuition. And then the last circumstance is kind of surprising. The Queen of Cups showed up, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Hidden feelings, hidden emotions. There's someone who's doing good for you behind the scenes, but it's in a shroud of secrecy, so you may not be aware that this person is trying to protect you or trying to help you in a situation. Yeah, I feel as though there's someone who's helping someone else out. Let's take a look at the oracle cards to clarify. So first, the King of Cups with the Magician, the Emperor, and the Four of Swords. Past life relationship. You have known each other before. There's a really deep connection here that extends into your life. It's a wave of protection and love that this person has for you. If this person has already passed on, this isn't saying that somebody will pass on, but if somebody has passed on, their spirit is with you, like a father or grandfather. This spirit is with you to make sure that you're okay. The next card is the Palace of Wands, Four of Wands, the Death card, and the Queen of Pentacles. Release your ex. Time has come to clear your energy. So if you find yourself really strong in this, it's maybe a time for you in which you're really drawing in. You might have friends around or someone else who's deeply supportive in your defining your boundaries and going in the right way for you. And then we have the Six of Swords, the Sun, the Four of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles, which is heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. So I think that this is about like, okay, let's get things together, let's communicate, and let's figure out which direction we're going. In this cluster, I really feel like there's a specific direction that people are trying to take with their lives. They're having conversations saying, like, this romance is great, but I want to really see where things will go. There's a lot of focus on where can we establish roots, like where can this actually go for us in a practical way. And then finally here with the Wheel of Fortune, the Hierophant, the Queen of Cups, and the Moon, I have finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now, so I feel like maybe somebody wants to tell someone something, but there are financial limitations, or there's liability that someone feels like if they say something, they're going to get in trouble or financially responsible for something if they were to accede or agree to something. I do feel like there's someone who's protecting you. And I do feel as though somebody's heart is opening up towards marriage. So if you're waiting for marriage, or if you're waiting for a proposal, there might be something coming in very soon. Actually, this is a peculiar reading, but altogether, I do think that the King of Cups is sort of reminiscent of something that's long gone far away. And I feel like these two things right from the beginning, I felt like this was feeding into this much more stronger. This was environmental. This was just a friend or someone around. But it feels as though if you're single and you're suddenly feeling like really open towards love, family, whatever, I feel like even if this person will never be in your life again, let's say you had a bad boyfriend or a bad girlfriend or something like that, the good side of that relationship, especially if it feels very riveting, like a soulmate connection or a true love partner, the good side of that bad relationship will remanifest in a good relationship for you soon. So that's an extra message. So that energy, so not the bad parts, the good parts are going to show up in your life. And right now it's really for you to take care of your finances, take care of your career, and move forward. Okay, and don't get some kind of negative feelings about your circumstances, like it's not going to happen, because it is really all aligning for you. If you're dating someone on the side, I don't think this is going to work out. I think this is too much dollars and cents. This is too A's and B's, too simple, too superficial. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this reading. If this option didn't resonate, try another one, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye. Number 3, thank you for joining me and welcome to your option. So we're going to take a look at and see exactly where your love life is going next. Your first message is the Queen of Wands. She's a Sag, a Leo, or an Aries. Secondary card is the Nine of Pentacles, which is Venus in Virgo. So there's a woman who prides herself on her looks a lot. And I feel as though there's a lot of money involved in a situation. There's someone who has a lot of money, and I feel as though they've earned it with a lot of care and a lot of effort on their part. And there's someone who goes around to what's shiny, kind of like a raccoon. You know, I don't know if you know raccoons. I'm from like rural Canada, so raccoons like shiny things. And so when people would try to trap them in the past, this is very cruel, but they would put like a shiny object inside of a bottle, and the raccoon would reach in its paw and grab the object and not let go. It can't let go of the shiny object in the bottle. So that's how they would trap them, because the raccoon would not be able to let go of the shiny tinfoil or whatever it was. So she has a similar characteristic, and I feel as though she's coming towards this person who has a lot of equity, a lot of resources, but they're much more humble. You can see her in a white dress, or you know, just with a dove signifying peace, and she's all giddied up, you know, giddied up, dressed up, fancy pants, whatever. So she likes her money, you know, and she makes money from money, and she just kind of goes where the money is and does her thing. That's her way of doing things. So next we have the Ten of Cups, which is happiness, celebration, Mars and Pisces. And there is a Queen of Swords, Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. There's going to be an energy that is extended to this person that is going to be really imbued with, like, hey, let's go, we'll have fun together. Hey, let's do this. This is so fun. So this person's being inundated with a lot of incentives to go along the line with people who think this way. Now, this could be a man or a woman, but they're very, very much into things for the money. And if you're not from that crowd, if you're not from that energy, you're going to get hurt messing with them, because they're vultures, right? So they're vultures. And so one of the things that is extended from that energy forward is the Ten of Cups. And I'm like, why are they trying to offer someone happiness? It's almost like trying to offer something to someone that they perceive, a person who they perceive this person as lacking in something, and they're offering that up as incentive to wear down this person's defenses. But the Queen of Swords steps in the way. She's a Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra, and she hates injustice, like freaking hates it. And so I feel like she's going to put a stop to the BS. Like, I think that she's going to, you know, call a spade, pretty much. So there's a situation that's brewing here that is going to be very much calling a circumstance out for what it is. The next message you have, the Five of Pentacles. So she has a perpetual need for money. She or he does. If this is a love interest, stay wary. And the Queen of Pentacles, a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, they will compare you constantly to someone that they met before. So if you're wondering who this is a person who will continually, in one way or another, say, you're like my ex-girlfriend, you're like my ex-boyfriend, and they were so great, why can't you be like that? And this kind of, you know, always seems to be somewhere else with their mind, always seems to be distracted. And then you have the Eight of Pentacles. They are hard-working, though. It's just their outcomes are what they're seeking in life is superficial. What they're seeking in life is purely material. There's a hang-up to do with money. And I feel like unless you're from exactly that mind frame, and that comes with consequences. So don't be like, yeah, Varush, that sounds fine. It's like, no, you don't want to be in a loveless marriage with, you know, a lack of connection and a lack of, you know, always perpetually in starvation mode, trying to in some way, you know, leech off of some other energy. No, it's opportunism. It's not cool. but I think that the redeeming factor, it's never black and white. The redeeming factor is that they do put in a lot of work. It's just their work is not going to ever go towards you. It's always going to go towards their like financial obsession. Okay, let's take a look at the Nine of Pentacles. I think this is you guys the most. Ace of Cups. I do feel as though there's someone around who's going to be playing with your heartstrings. And the King of Pentacles. Yes, this is really great. So King of Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, and the Emperor. Look at this. Look at all this. So this is a person, if you're a man watching this, holy shit, you have a gold digger on your hands, right? If you're a woman watching this, it's a very similar vibe, but you know, it might be different. It might be you're in a very happy marriage and, you know, there's a woman who's clowning for your man. You know, I'm sorry. You got to call a spade a spade. They're very sneaky, you know, these types. They're very, very sneaky. They hide their intentions right in front of our eyes kind of thing. But let's focus on the Nine of Pentacles. Lots of money. King of Pentacles makes sure that it stays where it's supposed to be. The Emperor, authority, and a new relationship. Now this King of Pentacles has been showing up in different readings, so I think many people have like a stable relationship on the horizon. He may not be like the most flashy guy, but to me he seems okay, pretty legitimate with the Ace of Cups and him and the Emperor. So somebody's pushing forward. If this is your situation or circumstance, do not risk it on these types of energies and people. I know they can be very close to you or some variation thereof. Whatever it is, put it out of the way. You have really good things going for you. Ten of Cups, Four of Wands. This is the incentive area, remember? And then we have the Nine of Pentacles again. There's a lot of money around you, a lot of success. Eight of Rods. So provided it's happiness, I do feel like many of you are called away to be with family members. Many of you are called away to be around family members, or there's like competing energies, like people want you to do things on their behalf or for them. And I'm not sure how you feel about that. I also feel like that's a distraction. You may have met someone really amazing, and then suddenly your family starts like sabotaging you, being, come on over, let's eat, you know, keeping you busy. Make sure that you're watching for that kind of behavior. We'll see with the next round of cards, but I don't trust this, even though the cards are really phenomenal. It feels like incentive. It feels like this Queen of Wands is giving you what you want, but not what you need. This is what you need, you know, stable, secure, humble, all that stuff. Queen of Swords is going to make sure it happens. Three of Rods, appraisal of somebody's effort. I think that like reason and logic, at the end of the day, they are the marker of her decision about things. And this could be a man as well. The Moon. So there's secrets that are going on, and I think that somebody is seeing the secrets of circumstances. And the Wheel of Fortune. And so this is a change for the better, being emancipated from a lie or a secret that was holding you back. She has the sword of truth, so she has the capacity to be able to break through, and I think in some ways she will. I think that there's a change in opportunity by someone seeing the truth in a situation. Okay, Queen of Wands, let's see her first. Express your love. Go ahead and make that romantic gesture. So I feel like, yeah, definitely if somebody's coming onto you, if you're single, or if you're in a couple and they're coming onto you, that's a real red flag. But I feel like if somebody's coming onto you really strong right now, then I would question their motives. Let's take a look at my wonderful section here. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you romantically attractive. What I feel is that this King of Pentacles is a test. If you pass the test, you get the King of Pentacles, but you have to be really strong right now. You can't cave, right? Love yourself first. It's like when you make the decision to not sell yourself out to energies that are a fraction of what your energy is, like people who will never give you back anything, people wasting your time with parties and glitz and glamour, then you're going to lose them too. But if you draw the line, and if you give your man support, if you give him the attention, or your woman, whatever, then I feel like the love will come together. Okay, so this is my other forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. What it feels like to me is love bombing. It feels like love bombing is when someone who could be a narcissist or otherwise starts to give you a lot of love and affection to get you to manipulate you to be attentive. And when I saw this card, I was like, that's what it is. It's like you're stuck in a cycle of forgiving, learning, and then transgression with a group of people, presumably your family or some other group, where you forgive, you go back only to experience the same kind of transgressions they have put you in the past. So be careful of being systematically aligned to their narrative of who you are. So if you see them saying, I'm sorry, and then almost immediately saying the same kind of lies they've said about you in the past, you know you're stuck in the loop. So this is your warning. Okay, Queen of Swords, make the effort. So great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. I feel as though there's like a degree of trying to how do you say, convince someone. Someone's taken a hard position, maybe even against you, but I feel like through work, through diligence, through putting in the effort, I feel like that communication is really clarifying exactly what's going on. So this is saying, like, I know it feels like a big hurdle to convince her of your right and all these things, and I don't think direct conversation will actually help, but I do think that your effort and putting in the effort to show your genuine nature will really be successful at this time. I think that you don't need to worry or bother. There's a level of interjection by people getting you, like, how do you say, like, is drama with your cousin, for example, trying to figure out your things with your cousin that you've been trying to figure out for decades, is that worth your time to risk a relationship over? You know, like cousin Susie and you have been fighting since you were kids, and it's the same crap over and over again. Is it really great that she's in a good mood and she wants to make up right now? Like, are you going to really risk this situation? That's the question. And this is a person who feels very, very peripheral. So peripheral means that she's not really in the middle of things, but I think that she's making a really, really intense run for something. And if you're in a relationship, watch out for your man. She might be a gold digger. Or if she is a man, then he could be a gold digger too, trying to mess up your circumstances because of their financial ambitions. And then there's this ambitions, and then there's this woman who's the Queen of Swords. You've already won her over. You don't need to do anything extra to get her on your side. She already sees the truth in the story. Okay? Thank you guys so much for checking this out. If this didn't vibe for you, choose another number. There's 4 today. I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye. Hi guys, thanks for joining me and welcome to my channel. This is your option 4 and thank you for choosing this. So as I pick this, why don't you guys go leave a comment, like, and subscribe, okay? So let's take a look at your cards. Your first card is the Fool, which is Uranus. You guys have a new beginning coming. And the 3 of Pentacles with work. New beginning with work, new opportunity that's going to put strain on your current relationship, or if you're looking for a relationship and you're single, you're going to have much less time for a time to devote to looking for a partner. Then we have the next card, the King of Pentacles, a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising, secondary transits in fire, and the Queen of Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Now this could be any sign, so please be sure this can be any sign connecting, but it's definitely a connection between these two. A new beginning, possibly around work. Now if you're in a relationship, don't worry, it's not infidelity or something like that. It's just some people are forming a very deep connection. Most likely, if you're in a relationship, this is you and your partner really getting on the same page about money and work and the things that you hope to bring about in your life. And you're working really, really hard. And I feel like somebody is stepping up to be like at the same level as you. Excuse me, stepping up to be at the same level as you, or put in the effort to really join you in what you're doing. Sorry about my throat. Excuse me. Okay, so let's take a look. We have the High Priestess, and the Five of Pentacles. Okay, High Priestess, Five of Pentacles, and the Seven of Pentacles. There's a long legacy of financial worry in your circumstances, whether that's your circumstances or your family's. There's a long tradition of people really struggling with money. I just happened to look down and saw the Death card. It might have to do with a Scorpio. But you had long tradition of people struggling with money, and so many of your decisions are about attaining greater security, doing anything possible to become stronger financially, because that's where the weakness was. So you're currently also deliberating in those contexts. You're wondering about money and what you need to do to make money, how to reinforce yourself, how to stay true to the legacy you've been born into. There's a lot of messages here to do with family. So like a family, maybe immigrant family, who had to work really, really hard to get to where they are. Maybe that gives you an extra push to work really hard towards the outcomes you want to achieve. Let's take a look at more cards. I have the Ace of Pentacles. This is really good news for the Three of Pentacles, the Three of Wands, an offer from far away to do with work. That might, I feel as though there's pressure in a Page of Wands, Sagittarius or Aries. That can be any sign. This could be also you getting ready, or someone getting ready to go somewhere really far for work. I do pick up on the fact that there's distance that's growing between people because of work opportunities. So you may have to troubleshoot how to work around that if you want your current relationship to work out. There's definitely a financial opportunity that causes someone to want to go forward, to explore, and to kind of pack up everything and get ready to go. Now let's take a look at the King of Coins. So he's the Hierophant. He could be a Taurus. This is Taurus energy, and this shares Taurus with the other earth signs, Virgo and Capricorn. And then we have the Queen of Cups, a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Secondary transits in water as well, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. So marriage between the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups, and the Death card, which is Scorpio. So a marriage could be breaking up. A marriage could be breaking up, or there could be an end to a relationship that could free someone up to bring them closer. There could be a change in a situation, a decision. This feels very much like someone who you know who might be facing a divorce, and they might be becoming much more available. Also, I feel as though there's a change happening because of this person. There's a change happening. Knight of Pentacles is here, Queen of Coins, and the Ten of Coins, which is wealth, family, loyalty, and trust, and the Temperance card, careful consideration of things. There's someone who has a lot of resources. It feels someone has a lot of resources, and they have a lot of resources to navigate, to try to figure out what to do with them. So it's like a person who is in charge of the money, who's trying to figure out how to make things work. She may have a child, a very, very assertive child, someone who's really taking care of things that they're interested in and their future. And I feel like she sees all this happening. There's turbulence and change in this situation to do with the King of Pentacles, and there's a release. There's definitely a release of something, and she is feels like it feels like she's spotting this situation. She's watching out to make sure that it's okay. There's also an air of someone trying to figure out exactly what's going on, like someone trying to figure out like what's going on over there. This seems kind of different. So, and also there's a longing there, like come here, as something changes. So we have the Fool, the High Priestess, the Five of Pentacles. Finances and career, financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So yeah, definitely, what did we say? This is a motivated by a legacy of financial struggle within a family, trying to make some kind of commitment to a future that they're trying to achieve, right? And then we have the Three of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, the Three of Wands, and the Page of Wands. Healing family issues, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. I feel as though these two cards are very connected. It feels like somebody is being drawn somewhere far away and they're being motivated by family karma that is associated with financial struggles, you know, trying to get through financial issues, difficult circumstances. So yeah, releasing from karma, you know, and someone feels very compelled to pursue something, a financial opportunity, because they're aware of this. Then the King of Pentacles, the Hierophant, the Queen of Cups, and Death. Past life relationship, have known each other before. So he was embroiled in a karmic, it looks like a karmic relationship that got really complicated and long-winded for him. But I think that that's coming to an end. So it feels like almost like a high school boyfriend or someone who you've known before, you know, someone coming back around, someone who wasn't available before. And the Queen of Pentacles could be you, Knight of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, and Temperance. Especially if you have a son who is like of the age of starting his adult life. She feels like she has everything she needs. She's protected herself, she's stable, and she's trying to deliberate what to do about this situation. She's being called away from what she knows and is familiar with towards some new path. She's being distracted by the turbulence of another person's situation because maybe she's been waiting for this king all along. You deserve love. You are lovable. So the big question here is, what are you going to spend your resources on? It feels like she has a lot of resources. It feels like she has a lot to lose if she mismanages it. So my call to the Queen of Pentacles is like, you know you're lovable and don't put yourself on the line for turbulence. But it feels like they're meant to be together too. So cutting through a lot of BS, a lot of complicated things. I think the Queen of Cups is almost not present there anymore emotionally. It's past life relationship. Either it happened in the past. Now, if you're in a current relationship, this could be someone coming back around in your family, like a grown son, a grown daughter going through a breakup and coming back home, you know, something like that. A brother or a sister going through a breakup, coming back home. It feels very much like that. But there's a huge press for making money, for the need to make money. This is our time to go get it. So go get it, Tiger. You guys are going to do great. Now, if this didn't vibe for you, choose another option. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk with you soon. Take care. Bye.